The 2022 storm chase season started off on a high note, literally. Having never owned a drone before, I decided to purchase one in advance of the 2022 tornado season. My main motivation was to finally see above the tree line in states such as Mississippi and Alabama, where tornadoes are very frequent and destructive. However, as a storm chaser, it's tough to get a view due to the trees lining all the roads in the state pretty much. As I began to chase the supercell in southern Alabama in early January, I really started to see the advantages of having a drone in an area like this. I could actually see above the trees, and there's a planes-like supercell spinning off in the distance. After I took a time lapse of the storm and drove a little bit of ways to the east and set my drone up one more time, that's when the fun began and a tornado was born. With it still being the middle of winter, of course I didn't expect to be tornado chasing very often between now and March when the season really starts to get going. However, there's something about winter storms that has always fascinated me. I grew up on the East Coast, so nor'easters were basically the only form of exciting weather we had, and I had to make the best of it. And the fact that I don't have a job, storm chasing is basically all I do these days. I make it a point to chase seasonal weather, blizzards, tornadoes, and hurricanes, depending on the time of year. So I chased 3 winter storms in 2022, one in Maryland, one in North Carolina, but the big one that made the season all worth it was in eastern Massachusetts at the end of January.
Wow, man! What a storm!
After chasing a few winter storms, I decided I'd had enough snow for this year and decided to focus on tornadoes between now and summer. So usually in February, March, you expect to be chasing tornadoes or trying to chase tornadoes, is more like it, in Dixie Alley in the southeast. The deep jungles, tree-lined roads, where having a drone is good, as you saw. However, as a storm system began to take shape in the middle of the country, it was obvious that the southeast was not going to be under the gun in early March. The target was Iowa. And boy, was this a memorable storm chase. We are northeast of Dickens, Texas. Found us a supercell. Played this day really well, man. Waited for that dryline bulge to form east of Lubbock, and then just attacked it. Didn't chase the her or nothing like that. So feel good about it, man. I think this thing is going to tornado in about an hour. Alright, it's 5:54. Same storm, really getting cranking, man. Got very few road options, so I kind of tried to get ahead, but it looks like it might drop down, so I'm heading back to it a little bit. 6:15 update. Oh, this thing is cranking. It's gonna put down a tornado very soon. Very soon. And just as I had predicted, this storm would go on to produce a tornado fairly soon. But not just one, it would drop down about 6 of them in a span of 2 hours, making it kind of a budget version of Dodge City, if you'd call it that. However, what made this storm chase really special is this one little tiny road that I took to get there. And this road doesn't even show up on the maps unless you zoom all the way in. How did I know about it? Well, it just so happens I saw a tornado on this very road last year. So this road was really the secret sauce for the day, and it would allow me to see the first couple of tornadoes from really close range versus just viewing them from miles away. After watching this tornado disappear into the rain and then finally rope out, I joined the main road, where 1,000 of my friends were waiting for another tornado to form. And it threw them a bone as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm landing in Halifax, Canada for hurricane season. Yeah, the first big hurricane chase of the year happened to be in Canada with a transitioning low that brought Hurricane 2 force winds to Canada. So I had to do it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Stars. I'm in Canada chasing a hurricane. Landed in Halifax. Welcome to Nova Scotia. Kicking the 2022 hurricane season off in Canada. Just how I planned it. Let's get it. I have arrived at my hotel in Port Hawkesbury, Nova Scotia. It's the Maritime Inn. Very nice looking hotel, man. A lot of power crews already sleeping here or staying here. This hotel was actually booked tonight, so should be pretty much where the center crosses. Center of Fiona. There's a guy riding a bike.
This storm chase was fairly relaxing and very fun, and I accomplished the goal I set out for. I recorded the lowest pressure in Canadian history, so that was really cool. However, now I was on that bigger fish, and as the following week proved, I bit off almost more than I could chew with Hurricane Ian.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Stas. It's late at night, 9:43, Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. I'm driving I-75 south in Florida toward Port Charlotte. That's where Hurricane Ian will likely cross. Might have to adjust a little bit once we get there, but that's the target. Very, very close to where Hurricane Charlie crossed in 2004 near Punta Gorda. So that's where we're headed. Super hyped, man. This is about as good as it gets if you're a storm chaser, man. Category 3, borderline Category 4, Hurricane Ian. Tomorrow morning, gonna be wild, wild, wild. I'll catch y'all later. All right, I am in Port Charlotte. Look at that demon, man. Oof. Eyewall is closed up. It is 1:14 a.m. on September 28th. It's coming. Check it out. This is Charlotte Harbor. Water is being sucked out like it's a tsunami coming. Woo. So this is how I'm gonna ride out high-end Category 4, borderline Category 5 Hurricane Ian. Oh my goodness, it's starting to blow. I took my old car because it's lower to the ground, low profile. I'm parked in front of an RV up against a building. It's Publix. It's the Florida brand store. So this is how we're gonna do it.